everybody, welcome to G4G here on YouTube. I'm your host, Napalm Dawn. Today's background music is brought to you by the Velocity 2X soundtrack. Interesting little soundtrack, wasn't a game I was familiar with, but the soundtrack is pretty nice. So we're going to take a look at the Masters of Evil Spec Ops today. We're going to discuss it, and what's with that Spec Ops tasks? That's not. I have to complete 65,000 tasks to get Cammi. Man, she better be good. After all this work, she better be good. Yeah, whatever. Obviously, that's a graphical bug. Good job, Playdom. The bugs are just streaming out of all of your orifices lately. Good God. Alright. So, let's take a look at what we've got over here. It looks like Madame Mosk, although that's probably the prettiest representation that we've had of her. We have what looks kind of like the old Firestarter and the Third Law Nullifier. Chaos Death Trap. All allies get a buff. 3-round cooldowns, buff tech. So it can become a quick action with snappy service. It's subtle. All allies, Chaos Death Trap. Attackers take damage and are afflicted with Chaos Shot. Nice. Works really well with phased agents. So basically they hit you and they take Chaos Shot damage. Which is non-magical. That's pretty good. That should affect people with magic warding and whatnot. Heroes missing include Cape Itch and Comic-Con. Alright, Mission 2. The one with Deathlocket over here. This is a new icon. That's pretty cool. Deathlock Eye. Not part of the set. Buff and tech, 2-round cooldown. Also subtle. It is a quick action, so no need for snappy service here. Yourself, you get Perfect Shot. And you get Epiphany. Pretty cool. So it's like kind of like having Captain Marvel on a stick over here. It could be good, but the deal is most of the ranged attacks, not all, but a good chunk of them are guns, and of course gun is subjective. It's subject to the Deb interrupts, but if you have range that is not considered a gun, you'd be in pretty good shape for this. And that's only PvP. Obviously in PvE, this will work with anything. It is self, so it's only the agent, but this sounds like it'd be something good to apply to Star-Lord if you could. And there's Captain Zemo Bonbimo over here. Looks like the custom sword of the Barony, but it's not. It's called the Gore Blade. Hemorrhaging attack, bleeding ×2, ravaged, mark of... Wow, it really is Zemo on a stick for this one. Any action will cause the agent to counter with a deadly counterattack. Can be removed with a recharge. Prevents counterattacks and protect. Wow. Very interesting. Melee slashing, so it would be subject to drains. But the team recovers health if Sword of the Zemo hits a bleeding target. Damn, that is good. I like that. We're probably going to see that in PvP, especially with like Spitfire. Yeah, that's nice. I like that one. And the epic boss is Deathlocket, the person who we're supposed to be getting. Very interesting. Here's Cammi. Cammi looks so much like Mai from Blizzard's Overwatch, just not quite as big of a fat suit as Mai has. Let's see if the heroes are showing up. On the final page, Locked and Lock, Cammi, and Hellcat. Alright, so there's Cammi. Let's look at her passives. Teenage Astro Girl. What's your name, Teenage Negasonic Warhead? What? Gains grit when attacking. Counters with reduced potential and shield slam. Damage is reduced by 50%. She's got survival training. Teenage Negasonic Astro Girl Warhead. Hold on. Finish your tweet first. Yeah, that's interesting. Gains grit when attacking, which means she can get double the grit with the right ISO combinations. So, she's got a gun. melee, gun. So 2 of her shots are gun, so she may have some issues with the deb. But radiation exposure and ionized. Ranged gun energy radiation. This could mean she may have an issue hitting Kurth, if we want to talk PvP over here. But radiation exposure and ionized is really nice. I like that. Multifunction gadget. Distraction. Quick action. 2 rounds. Debuff buff tech. 1 enemy is flanked. 1 enemy is targeted. She gives herself grit. I like that. Flanked is always nice. One of my favorite debuffs. Gather intel. Quick action, subtle, buff tech, combat expertise on herself, dynamic edge, here's a new one, attacks gain advantage, dealing extra damage against targets with reduced potential. Ah, very, very interesting. Defensive matrix, grit reserve, consumes all stacks of grit to gain health. She gives herself covered and a shield, and she's going to regen health. She's got a fun kit. Got a very interesting sound. Wow, a blast mine. Huh, so immediately she's got some good synergy with Winter Soldier up there. Surrounded by blast explosives, explodes when magnetized or detonated, triggered explosion gains Paragon. So, okay. Has some synergy with Fixer and Winter Soldier. Chance to apply magnetic blast mine to all enemies. That's also nice. And charge shot. Detonator, exploit radiation, true grit, but it kicks like a mule. So yeah, we all know the reduced potential here. So we know Winter Soldier is going to have some synergy with her. Let's go ahead and go over to the Avengers Alliance wiki and see offhand who else is going to run reduced potential. Let's go right to the horse's mouth here. Okay. Psychic Shock augmented ISO 8 for Psychic Knives. Wow, why don't I know about this? Damn, that would have been a good ISO. Oh... Season 2 chapter. Huh. I am going to have to take a look at that one. So, flustered, immobilized, perplexed, and shaken. The Beyond Corp That's odd. This is, I think, in the store currently. Okay, so there is actually a piece of gear. Oh, no, it's not. I thought it was. Swift Liar, some people have that. The Stinger on the Formican set. Boomerang, Kang, Carolina Dean, Scarlet Witch, Vision, and Winter Soldier. So these are your reduced potential people. Of these, I'm saying Winter Soldier's probably going to be the biggest friend. However, Boomerang is not really going to have to deal with the whole gun thing with the Deb, so he might have some potential over here. We do have a piece of gear in the store. It's called the Deathlocket Fist. Customized, deadly crits, ignored defense, but it has a pretty long cooldown of 3 rounds. It penetrates the shields. It gives you a thing called Deathlock potential with any other piece of the Deathlock set. It gains exploit shields and Paragon Exploiter. Has a chance to activate again following its own use, as well as following the use of the Deathlock cannon. So it says that it can follow up on itself or whatever the Deathlock cannon is. Surprised it's not listing a second reward here. I don't know that this has been fully loaded in yet. Let's see if allies are dropping ISOs. I collected some stuff earlier today at the beginning of the stream. Didn't see any ISOs earlier. Let's see if we're getting any ISOs dropping. Yep, okay, good. So ISOs are in the game. And remember, guys, before you start accepting ISOs, Always hit play mission first, and then go back to your stuff. Gore Blade, the Chaos Death Trap, the Deathlock Eye. We know about that. Mysterious transmission. Welcome to the Savage Land. You've been chosen for a very special project. It's almost like being back in Murderworld. Ha! At least we're not in Murderworld. Yeah, Chase, that's funny you should say that. That's what we were thinking. I hate Isosaurs. Oh, it's got her in the cosplay suit. That's funny. Defeat 6 Isosaurs. So, alright. Blueprint Cybernetic Glove. That's the weak version of what's in the store. Plasma Launcher. Increases the effect of healing received. There's that cybernetic rehabilitation that people have been talking about. Quick Draw Plasma Pistol. Cybernetic Aegis. Increased evasion and defense. And of course there's Cammi. So the first deploy seems to be Carolina Dean, but she has no text, so... forced team-ups. Let's see who is going to be available to pick from. Campers only. So that's what they're calling them. So, Chase is listed as a forced team-up. And let's start at the end and work our way backwards. Kamala Khan's available. Spider-Girl, Spider-Gwen. May as well pick her because she needs to level. Amazing Spider-Tits is available. Okay, so. Victor, Chase, Kate, ultimate piece of crap, Nova, Molly. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna like using Molly again. Nico. We got Squirrel Girl down here is available. Yeah, so you could just definitely skip over the first few, but no agent. That's gonna be fun. Not having the ability to use the agent. So there you go, guys. There is a look at the Masters. Is it the Masters of Evil? The murderous masterminds of evil maliciousness and other dastardly deeds. That's the Spec Ops. So yeah, the Masters of Evil headhunting. There's a first look at it. Let's see what happens. I kind of really hope that they had maybe let PvP go by before they release this. Just so that we don't have other crazy bugs arriving from any of this gear and adapting to a new meta with, like, what, 4 days left or something? But there we go. It's 25 tasks. And, yeah, good luck, everybody. And I will see you guys later. Peace out.